as you all know, I'm not a huge one on emotional support dog stories, but I think this one is pretty good. And I think this is what the users of emotional support dogs, the ones that are validly and legally using them, have to say on this subject. So, let's go see what they have to say. Don't make a mockery of my emotional support animal. And this is for the Midwestern State University. It's a student-run paper, but I think it's important. Initially, I was very hesitant to bring my emotional support animal to campus. I saw Coco as a walking symbol of my struggle with my mental health. I would hate it when people asked me how I managed to get a dog in the dorms. After explaining that she was an emotional support animal, I would get the most uncomfortable looks, and I felt as though they were judging me. Well, that's because of the fakes. I felt as though my privacy was being invaded whenever people would question me about why I was allowed to have Coco. However, I soon realized this mentality was selfish, as did I at one point. Having Coco gave me a prime opportunity to advocate for mental health, so there was no reason for me to feel so ashamed. I had people asking me about the process so they could see about getting an emotional support animal as well. I was more than willing to direct them to disability services because I was glad that I could do my part in helping people gain control of their mental illness. Unfortunately, there are always ignorant people who want to ruin a good thing for everyone else. I've had people approach me saying things like, I just have to pretend something is wrong with me and I'll be allowed to have a dog, right? Or I have a family member who's a psychiatrist and they are going to write me a letter so I can have a dog. It sickens me to know that people are so willing to take advantage of a system that is actually trying to help students struggling with mental health. People like this are undermining those who are actually trying to advocate for emotional support animals and service animals. I would like to emphasize that I would not have my Asa here if I did not need her. She is trained to respond to commands, and she knows how to deal with my panic attacks. These are things that she learned herself or had to be taught. I love Coco with my whole heart, but she was my last hope in gaining control of my mental illness. I go to counseling, and I take my antidepressants on top of having her there to deal with my anxiety. I cannot stress enough the fact that I would not have my dog living on this campus unless I needed her. This is why I am so disheartened by all of the people trying to abuse the help that disability services has to offer. Most of these people who ask about ACEs just want to be approved to have puppies to keep in their dorms or apartments. This is making a mockery of those who actually are in need of these animals for their physical or mental disabilities. Amen. It's really good to hear a legitimate ASA handler speak about these issues. It's really nice to hear somebody, the voice of sanity in the crowd of chaos. It's nice, to hear this. So I thought you guys might be, interested in seeing it too. Anyway, kudos to you, girlfriend. Till next video. Later.